So Blueface's brother said that his mom taught him how to eat WAP. Let's go to Young Stacy for the video.
Hey, so Blueface's brother says the only thing that his mother taught him was to eat WAP. So he said, talk about letting my girl beat you. You let two different husbands out put their hands on. Bro, this is horrible writing. Oh my God. Two different husbands put their hands on because of you went to prison because you think being a mom is done by the world. You never taught me ish except how to eat WAP. Okay. One time, which was weird at F. I can't even read this. I learned everything I never. What the, bro? I learned everything I never knew on my own. I forgot you exist. Most of my life I had to catch the bus home from games, sit outside, catch a ride home with the janitor, getting good grades. And I'm two different sports teams. All two can say is you let me drive a car when I got my license. This, oh my God. You had three of them and it was only so you didn't have to take nobody to school. Bro. All right, that was so hard to read, bro.
So obviously there has to be the questions of what does he mean when he says she taught him how to eat WAP? Like, we would hope that it's not the obvious thought, right? But we've seen cases where, as in Jim Jones, where he said his mother taught him how to kiss when he was younger.
My mom always taught me how to kiss when I was younger.
What did she tell you to do?
She told me how to tongue kiss when I was younger.
Like what's the instructions?
It wasn't no instructions. She showed me with her mouth. Like she
kissed you?
It's my mother.
No, I'm just okay. My parents barely kissed me on the cheek.
No, so my mom just stopped kissing my son on the mouth. She showed me how to tongue kiss when I was younger. Remember, my mom was 17. She's a baby. Look at all the babies that's having babies now. Sure. And look how they act with their babies. It's like they have a little sister or a little brother more than they had.
Now, his mother came out and said that she taught him how to kiss using his hand, but that ain't what he said. And then he came out and said later on, like, oh, it was just a joke. I was just playing. But that ain't what it looked like. So we have to ask that same question here. I'm going to assume that his mother didn't cross that line. But we like, it's just, his family is so dysfunctional. You never know, man. I mean, we seen Kodak Black dancing with his mama and grabbed his mama booty. Now I'm going to just take the music out for copyright purposes. You can clearly see them dancing, having a good time, and then he goes and grabs his mama booty. Like, he really grabs it, though. I mean, he really grabbed all up in her booty, and she just slapped him like they was just playing or something. So you never know what type of dysfunction is going on in the family. But then I want to further state, you know, even still, even if it was no physical stuff done, right? And it was just her, you know, describing or, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to gauge in what way would she teach you how to do this? What you just describe and tell them about it, this, that, and another. And then how awkward is that? And then put the shoe on the other foot. Like if a daughter was, you know, going off on her deadbeat dad and she said this. She said that the only thing he did for her in her life was to show her how to suck something. I'm almost for certain that the whole internet would be like, lock him up. He did something to that little girl. I'm just saying the internet would probably be very alarmed to hear that, as they should be when this young man is telling this story. At the very least, some questions should be asked about his childhood and his upbringing. It's just odd because, like I say, when it comes to the fellas, we never really get, you know, we get that double standard part of the game too. We like the fellas don't seem to garner the same amount of outrage as like when it comes to women. You know what I'm saying? But I think we should be outraged at either side of this coin. You know what I'm saying? Years ago, it was a story about a woman teacher who had sex with an underage boy. I think he was 13, had his baby, and then was allowed to put him on child support when he came of age. And we love Boosie, but I keep having to bring up this story. When his sons and nephews was 12, 13, he got them head from a grown woman.
Ain't finna get my son no get out here. I'm training them boys right. Asking them my nephew, asking them, ask my son. Yeah. They were 12, 13, they got head. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. But yeah, I got my son fixed up. You right. Yes, a grown woman. Grown, super grown. Super grown. Check the ass out.
And I know we got the double standard where a lot of men view this as like a rite of passage for young boys. But I always say for Boosie, like, what if one of your baby mothers had did this to your daughter? Like, had a grown man come through there and give your daughter some head? Like, it's like at that point, I think you would see the error in what you're doing. Like, as you, listen, we view things one way when we're younger. But as you mature, like, you got to realize, like, that's out of line, man. I know them your sons and all that, but that's super out of line, bro. You're starting kids off on a path that's going to be detrimental to them for the rest of their lives. You know what I'm saying? You're dipping them in the early pool of promiscuity and starting the engine up. You know what I'm saying? And back to Blueface's brother and their mother. I would furthermore like to know what age was this young man when all of this teaching was going down. But I mean, this lady, man, you can just see the dysfunctional stuff just in between how Blueface is dealing with Chrisean Rock. They just like the new Bobby and Whitney. Just two peas in a pod, but they terrible for each other. And you hope that nothing goes extra wrong, extra left. You know what I'm saying? But they constantly fighting. Then you have, you know, I don't keep up with all of it. I hear stuff here and there, but it's just like, from what I hear, the mama and Chrisean Rock has been fighting. Blueface don't like his mama. The son that's talking here obviously doesn't like his mama. He like, you know, only thing she ever done for him was give him a car, let him drive a car, give him a car or something when he got of age. But, you know, she had husbands that was putting their hands on him, beating him up or whatever. It's just a lot of raggediness in this situation, and it don't seem that when mothers operate like this that they get the same backlash as a deadbeat father. You know what I'm saying? When fathers are raggedy or deadbeats, it seems like they usually dump all over the fathers, right? But and then even in the court system where it's just like, you know, I watched a video of the lead attorney talk about how women are usually awarded custody 90% of the time, but without really stopping to think that out of this 90% of women, you don't think there are some terrible mothers in there, but they just awarded the custody because that's just what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because it's often leaned towards that way with the courts. You know, so and you can see from this young lady right here that she seems to fall into that category of ratchet, raggedy mama. Like, I don't know why she's like this. Maybe she had a history. Maybe her parents was raggedy as well, but it's definitely some dysfunction that she has passed on to her kids. And now they are dealing with all of this and trying to shake it. But, I mean, when the dysfunction is that ingrained in you, when you've been around it that much, it's a very difficult thing to fight it off. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you probably going to be ratchet and raggedy as well until you find your way out of it, or somebody helps you see your way out of it, or God guides you out of it, you know, by putting you around the right people that will help you see something different. But most people that are like this, they comfortable in it. They, you know, if stuff is too cool or too calm, they have to start it up, like get the drama going. And it seems like it's a lineage in they family that's like this. But this is I don't know, man. This is let me know what you think, man. It's your boy P Cam. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.